What's up, man? It's your boy Jay, aka The Straight G, aka Mama. There goes that man again, aka I'm so disrespectful, aka the man by many names. And I got a camera, so I guess I'm back to the old video format. Alright, so this episode starts off where the last one left off. We left off the governor in the little Walker pit, and he basically saved the little girl. And Martinez, which is one of the governor's old lieutenants, was like, oh shit, he came over and he saved him. So it's basically the same thing. Fast forward, we find out that Martinez is now the leader of this new group, and he's running shit. So he gives the so they show two scenes of the governor playing chess with his new daughter. Playing, and he's like, it's your turn, you gotta go. And she was like, I'm thinking. And the governor says, well, you can't think forever, you have to go. She was like, you never let me win. And he was like, well, that wouldn't be winning. He's like, well, at least that's what my daddy taught me. He's like, my daddy never let me win in anything. She says, well, have I been bad? And the governor says, what makes you think that? She was like, well, my daddy was always mean to me. And he's like, listen, pumpkin, you know, no matter what, you're good. And she was like, well, we're all good. And he just kind of like, you know, he really didn't answer him, but he stood up and he walked back over it. So she made her move in chess, and she was like, it's your move. And he was like, I'm thinking. We go back to the governor, and he's calling her pumpkin and stuff, which lets me know that he's really looking towards his family. Somebody said that the burning of the picture in the last episode meant that he's letting that entire life go. He's let that entire life go. So I think this new persona he's made of Barry is like who he wants to be. On the contrary, I think like he's gonna have like a split personality. One hand he's gonna be the governor, and next he's gonna be Barry. He's gonna be like kind of schizo.
The psychopathic bitch.
The governor, Martinez, and a couple of other men are going out on a run, and so he has to leave his new family behind. You know, his new wife, quote unquote, the governor's new wife, or Barry's new wife, says, you know, she was a nurse, so she said, I'm going to start a nursing center here because this place needs it. And this soldier lady came up, and she had a cut on her hand, so she's treating her hand. And her sister was like, oh, it's the M4. So, are you the Marines or Army? You know, she's like, are you a Marine? She's like, Army, actually. So they start talking, and she's like, you know, it's good for a field weapon, but, you know, it's close quarter combat. I'm more of a Smith & Wesson. And the girl was like, do you always bullshit this much? And she's like, yeah. And they kind of smile. Lets me know two things. She's a lesbian. The whole dialogue and the way that they looked at each other, the way that they interacted with each other, like I said, that was a form of flirting. Fast forward through that, Martinez and the governor are going on a run. So they're going to get some supplies, and they're supposed to be going to this one guy, and as they're going, they're finding bodies all the way to his house. So, you know, everybody's getting freaked out but the governor. The governor's like, well, it's bodies. You know, even Martinez is kind of a little shook up, because when they get to the house, they finally find the guy, and they found out that he killed himself. But, you know, they open the door, and, you know, nobody wants to go in, and Martinez looks at the governor, and he's like, hey. And the governor's the first one in, and when they get in, of course, they get attacked by walkers. But everybody's like bitching out, and the governor's handling business. You can tell that these people are not like Rick's group. So anywho, after the governor kills Martinez,
is it dead?
Terminated.
I'm thinking to myself, well, maybe he's going to try to become the new governor. And he didn't. Isn't made the leader. The guy who acted like a little bitch in the cabin, I forget his name, he was made the leader. And the other guy who is his lieutenant, who, is it me or does that guy look like Shane? He looks like Shane. So anyway, he's made the lieutenant. They go on a run, and they have the opportunity to ambush another group and take their supplies. The new leader is like, nah, we'll find our own supplies. He's very moral. He's like, you know, I'm not going to do that. So they leave. The other guy who looks like Shane, the knockoff, matter of fact, I'm going to call that guy the fake ass Shane. The fake ass Shane says, no, let's kill them. If they got guns, we can take them out, ambush them, take the shit. I'm going to call him the fake ass Rick. He says, no, we're gonna find our own. So they leave, the governor's still looking back. They actually double back around that way and find out that somebody did ambush them, killed them, and took their supplies. And, you know, the fake ass Shane is like, fuck, we should have ambushed them and took the supplies. And the fake ass Rick is like, fuck are you talking about, man? You're worried about supplies. These people are dead. And he was like, it was gonna happen either way, motherfucker. We could have got the supplies. So anyway, an old man is laying on the ground, and it turns out that we don't know if he was dead or alive, but he was making noise like he was alive. And the fake ass Shane takes his knife, walks over to him, and stabs him in the head. And the fake ass Rick didn't like that, so they were like, oh man, blah 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 blah, blah 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 blah. And the governor is basically sitting right there like, you stupid motherfuckers. And the governor tells his family, hey, pack up, we're leaving. He's like, I've been through this before, this place isn't safe anymore, and we're leaving. Which made me realize it was safe until he killed Martinez. I don't know why he killed Martinez. Like I said, I think it's like a Jekyll and Hyde with this guy. So, they don't want to leave. He convinced them to leave, his family that is. They're driving on the road, and they come across these walkers that are like stuck in mud. And he just like gets out the car and looks back like, oh my god. And he realizes, hey, I can't run from this. So they actually turn back around and go back to the camp. Okay, he wakes up in the morning, his family's like laying in bed, and he's like contemplating. And his new wife, she basically was like, what are you doing? And he looks at her and he's like, surviving. He goes outside and he walks outside of his camper. He knocks on the fake ass Rick's door, and he's like, I need to talk to you. And he was like, oh, is it about my brother? So he turns back, and the governor stabs him in the back. The governor's killed more people in this episode. Like, he's stabbing people there, killing Rampage. Oh, you better not run. Take that. He's just on like a stabbing rampage. So he kills him, and then he goes to his brother camp. And we find out that the fake ass Shane is actually the fake ass Rick's brother. And he knocks on his door with a gun, and he's like, hey, you want to smoke? He's like, what the fuck did you do with my brother? He's like, I killed him. And he was like, I'm running shit now. Which at first I thought the governor wasn't going to take control because he was running away from the camp. But I guess he realized that he can't do it by himself, so he needs them. So he came back and he's took in control. So he's like, I'm running shit now. He was like, if you're with me, I guarantee you'll never have to question if you were right or if you were wrong. Because we're going to do what's necessary. Whether it's right or whether it's wrong, we're going to take what's necessary. Which lets me realize when we did see the governor outside the prison, that they are going to try to take over the prison. Now it's official. He's not going there to make sure his family lives. He's going there to take the prison because it's more secure. They're going to try to take the prison from Rick. At least that's what I think. That's one of my theories. So anyway, the guy actually agrees with it. The fake ass Shane agrees with it. He was like, what are we gonna tell him? He was like, we'll tell him he died on a run. He's like, do you really think people are gonna believe that? He's like, people believe what they want to believe, which is true. People believe what they want to believe. He'll say, he died protecting us. And so the governor's now in control of the camp, and he has a new camp. He has a fake ass Mayberry. I call it a fake ass Mayberry, not a fake ass Woodbury. Or maybe not, fuck it. I'm just gonna call it a fake ass Woodbury because that's what it is. Fake ass Woodbury with a fake ass Shane and a fake ass Rick who's dead now, but you know how it goes. So it looks like the fake ass Shane is now going to be his new lieutenant, what Martinez used to be until the governor killed him. The governor takes over the group, and he basically goes and he's in like the little thing, like messing with his eye, and his new wife walks in and she says, hey, he tried to cover up his eyes so she couldn't see, and she's like, hey, you don't have to do this alone. Just then, his new daughter's running around playing tag with somebody, and she's like, I found you. And then she's like, oh, you're not him, you're a walker. So she's screaming, the walker's trying to get her. Her sister comes her auntie comes and tries to like save her life. She's not able to. The governor gets there just in time. He puts a bullet in his head, in the walker's head. Then he walks away. He's standing on the lake place where he buried the fake ass Rick, and you see the fake ass Rick is now turned into a walker because he didn't stab him in the head. He just stabbed him in the back. Go figure, right? Fake ass Rick is like in the water, like reaching up, trying to get, because they chained his leg down. And they show this clip of the governor just look up and look like this, and I was like, So then they show him again in a truck driving, and the moment they showed him in the truck, I'm like, I know where he's going, the prison. He's definitely going to the prison. Which he did. They see him, they show him get out of the car, and he sees Rick and Carl working in the garden. And he pulls out his gun, and he's like, he looks at Rick and Carl, and he's like, So he walks over to the other side, and guess who they see? Michonne and Herschel. I want to get real close to this because The Walking Dead fucking up. Because the moment I saw him see Michonne, I was like, if he kills my motherfucking baby, I'm gonna fly to wherever the fuck the headquarters of AMC at, and I'm gonna fuck somebody up. Because Michonne is my wife, I swear. If Michonne dies, I'm gonna riot. Y'all think people riot on the OJ? No justice, no peace. No Michonne, no motherfucking show. But no, I'm serious. If they do kill Michonne, it's gonna be on like popcorn, because the next thing this motherfucker did is he picked up his gun, and once he picked up his gun, he aimed it at Michonne, and the episode went off, and that was the end of it. That was the end of it. They better not kill my baby. And my second point is, they better not kill my baby. My third point is, they better not kill my motherfucking baby. And my fourth point is, a rabbit ass mind if they think I'm gonna let them get away with killing my baby. Real shit.
You have no respect for logic.
It looks like the governor, it looks like we're done with this governor arc, and the next episode is gonna show Rick now. I think the governor is schizophrenic. I told you guys that already. I think he's half governor, half Bob, or whoever the fuck this new personality he came up with. Next week he might be Joe Johnny or some shit like that. But the real motherfucking question is, the real thing is, they better not kill Michonne. I'm dead fucking serious. You guys leave a comment, tell me what the fuck you think. I'm done with this episode. I'm signing off. They better not kill Michonne. They better not kill my baby. Konnichiwa, bitches.